So, okay. So, oh, Dr. Khater is gone. So let's go to Mr. Ahmadzai. Could you please go ahead and introduce yourself to the class, please? Are you there? So, Mr. Mirace, are you there? Can you hear us? Okay, please go ahead. Can you activate your voice? Can you talk? Or you don't have any voice feature on? If you don't have your voice on, you probably could write for us at the chat box about yourself, just some introduction about what you do and what is your background and what is your expectation about for the class. Would you like to write it down for us? Okay. Yes, please go ahead and write, Claire. Yes, please. Mr. Ahmed, so if you are not able to hear you, I would think that your voice is not activated. So maybe you just go ahead and click on it so that you can activate it. Okay. Dr. Khater, I believe that the reason that you're not able to hear the class, or maybe I can write it because you can't hear. Okay, doctor. Okay. So, Mr. Ahmadi doesn't have the voice feature either. So, Mr. Sharaf, would you like to go ahead and introduce yourself to the class, please? We can hear you. Please go ahead. Okay, Mr. Sharaf, you work with UNOPS as a project manager. In the past, you worked with Citi Bank as a senior finance officer, I suppose. Okay. So we're not able to hear. Okay, let's see what's going on here. Okay, in the past you worked as Citibank as a senior finance officer, and then that's it. Okay, and also your expectation for the class. What do you expect from business strategy course? Okay. Let me mute you. Okay, Mr. Sharaf, do you hear me? Can you please write down your expectation for the course also? Okay. For some reason we can't hear you. We have some special guests in the class also. Some business professionals will have hands-on approach on different business strategies. If they could also go ahead and introduce themselves to the class, that would be great. Claire, do you mind introducing yourself to the class?
Okay.
Hi, Claire. Okay. Thank you so much, Claire. And can you tell us about yourself, what you do? Okay. I don't know what is wrong today, but for some reason I've been kicking out of the session today. I'm not sure why. The moment I try to upload something on the page, I get kicked out from the page. So I appreciate if the admin could help me with that. I have a problem with. I'm not sure what's going on. I can't share any file on the page. Okay. So no problem. Just coming back on. So first of all, we'll get back to the introduction. Claire, can you tell us about yourself and what you do? I was logged out. I'm not sure if you mentioned anything or not. If you could write it down for us. Hi there. Very good. So consultant in experiential learning and also very good. Thank you so much, Claire. Thanks for the introduction. We appreciate it. We also have another business professional in the class, Mr. Mervin. Can you please go ahead and give us some introduction? If you want, you can also talk to us, or you could just write it down, whichever is easier for you.
Julian, can you hear me?
We can absolutely hear you loud and clear. Please go ahead.
I'm really looking forward to this course, business strategy, because I'm also involved in the business, and we are also constantly looking for new ways to do all things, or maybe new ways to do new things. But we have to set the way to keep improving. So that's why I'm interested in the business strategy course.
Very good. Thank you. And also, could you tell us about your experience on business? What type of work do you do, and what type of hands-on approach you have? Can you share with us a bit?
Okay, I have originally from manufacturing background. Worked in a steel mill for about 13 years, and after that, was involved in some financial programs, financial work, and also some multi-level marketing sort of business. And with that, I have gone into training business, and in the training business, we actually have to gain an awareness of how people do things, why they do things, and why they don't, and how to get them to be doing the things that they ought to do, and how to measure the difference, not the gap, and how to close the gap. So strategy is really, really important for any sort of improvement. Thank you.
Beautiful. Thank you so much, Mervyn, for all your sharings. Definitely, it's great to have you. Uh, Thanks a lot.
Thank you, Steven.
Thanks. Uh, so, is there anybody else who has some voice that they could also uh, talk to us? Nobody else has voice, but you could all go ahead and write down your about yourself. Like, let's just start with Dr. Carter. I hope your connection problem is resolved already because I see that you have this mobile next to your name removed. Oh, we have Mr. Najib who has voice. Please go ahead and but I can't activate it for you, Mr. Rajiv. I don't have this voice feature next to your name so that I can activate it and you can talk to us. I don't know. Maybe you haven't activated your voice on the conference. Um, I see Mr. Sharaf. Mr. Sharaf already wrote for us. So, Mr. Rahman, please go ahead and write it for us because for some reason your voice connection is not there. So maybe you could just tell us about yourself, about your name, and what you do, and also some expectations about the class. Okay, are you there? Can you hear me? Okay, please go ahead. Unfortunately, we can't hear you, Mr. Saburi, but you could absolutely go ahead and write it down for us. Okay, that is great. So you're also a lecturer. That is awesome. Hmm. And so you teach engineering courses? Electrical engineering. That is absolutely great. Beautiful. That is awesome. So what is your expectation from business strategy course? What are you looking for? Courses to manage my business. That is great. Okay. 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 Of the program. Okay, so let's go back up. I'm at the same time that I'm talking, I'm also trying to resolving some technical problem that I'm experiencing with the admin. So, okay. So, we have information from Mr. Ahmadzai. Is working as a Chief of Research Analysis and Reporting for the Office of SEAP. It's your second semester. Your expectation is um, to learn more about business strategies, to be able to implement in your country for strategies of business. That is a great sharing. Thank you so much. Uh, okay, beautiful. Uh, so, Mr. Nurzai, would you please go ahead and yes, you're also introducing yourself. You're working as a procurement person at Ministry of Agriculture. That is great. And working for German organization. That is awesome. And so you definitely could use a lot of strategies in your career. So what is your expectation, Mr. Muhammad? Uh, are you still there? Can you hear me? Would you like to tell us about your expectation? Intention is to improve your knowledge and serve your people and improve your private business as well. And very good. That is great. Thank you so much. And we have Mr. Najibullah Wahedi. Uh, okay, that is awesome. So we have some information uploaded here. Thanks to Saeed. We appreciate it, Saeed. Thank you so much. Okay. So uh, your name is. You work as a director of planning and monitoring and evaluation in the past. You worked at the Ministry of Public Health and Monitoring and Evaluation. Then consultant, your expectation is to learn from all of us in the business area or business strategy. Thank you, Mervin. And then, okay, that is awesome. Dr. Khater, okay. I think your problem with your connection is resolved. So your technical deputy director, General of National Standards Authority, that is great. And the standard body of Afghanistan, as well as your lecturer at Kabul Medical University. Expectations to be able here government of Afghanistan. That is awesome. So we have couple lectures so far. That is really good. It's It's really a pleasure to have you all, and I can absolutely get some help regarding uh, certain concepts. You could absolutely are more than welcome to share your experience along the course. We have Mr. Michael hand raised. Please go ahead and if you can speak, go ahead and speak up. Otherwise, you can just write it down for us, Mr. Nabi. For some reason, I don't have any voices of like students available here. All of you, you have your voices as disabled. I'm not sure if you did it on purpose or it's just because of your type of connection. But generally, when you're connected, you will be able to speak up. So, but today you're more than welcome. Just write it down at the chat box. I read it out to everyone, and uh, that is great. Mm, getting some advice. Uh, yeah, there's no microphone to be passed. Their voice is actually disactivated. There's nothing that I can activate for them. I I I think that's your connection. You either are not voice enabled or your type of connection that you have is probably causing this. Okay, so going back to Mr. Mikhail for his course, it's great to have you on board. Very good. Um, okay, 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 no problem. Please go ahead and write it down for us. Okay, sounds good. Okay, fantastic. Currently working at the Coordination Officer, United Nations Assistant Mission in Afghanistan. That is wonderful. And what is your expectation from the class? What do you expect from business strategy course? Boost your work knowledge and learn from yours as well. Okay, that is great. Fantastic, fabulous. So, is there anybody else who has not introduced himself yet? Mr. Ahmadi, I think you didn't, and uh, probably Mr. Noorzai. Have you introduced yourself? Okay, that is great. Yeah, please go ahead and speak up, but I don't see your mic activated next to your name. Yeah. For some reason, there's no microphone activated that I can add it on. But please go ahead and write it for us, Mr. Nuzai. Oh, you did? Okay. Okay. Thanks a lot. Uh, and we have another student just joined us, and it is Mr. Sadidi. Mr. Sadidi, can you hear us? Would you like to introduce yourself and tell us about yourself, what you do now, and what is your expectations from our business strategy course for the coming semester? Okay, very good. Yeah, Mr. Miyako, I see your hand raised. Is that something that you want to share with us? Okay. And Mr. Sadidi, we didn't hear from you that like your background and what you do and your expectations. Okay. So, Said, would you want to talk? Please go ahead and speak up.
Mr. Priyan. Hello, everybody. I'm very happy to see everybody here, especially our new students for the first semester here. So there might be some difficulties for the first time to join the class and use all the facilities of our meeting room. So I just want to remind you that for those who doesn't have the microphone beside them on their icon, so there is a toolbar above the screen, and you can find the audio tab there. So please click on the audio tab. There should be uh, join to the conference and integrated voice conference. Okay, so go there and see if you really join the class or not, because I mean join the meeting room, because you have to join the class to activate your microphone and also your earphone. So see what you have there, and if you're not joining, if you have not joined yet, so click on join the meeting room and join the conference, please.
Beautiful. Thank you so much for the explanation, because I think a lot of students are experiencing some difficulty regarding the voice, because I don't see many red button for their microphone activated. So that's probably why, and that's really helpful, I guess, for students to be able to activate their microphone. That is great. And
And and I'm wondering, those who doesn't have microphone, can they hear us? Can they hear the I mean the class?
yeah, that would be great if everybody could confirm. Could everybody say yes if you are hearing and you don't have any difficulty listening to the class? That would be great if you could just confirm. Very good.
For example, Mr. Muhammad Aziz, do you hear what we're saying in the classroom?
Yeah,
Can you hear us, Mr. Muhammad Aziz?
yeah, I see his hand raised. Please go ahead.
Okay, so definitely there should be so they join the class, but I don't know why they cannot have the microphone.
Mm,
Otherwise, because normally we pass the microphone to them, and
yeah,
Leon told me that there is no pass microphone beside them.
yeah, that's correct. So I'm guessing it's let's see.
Connection problem maybe,
Yeah,
but is it
exactly.
connection
It's
problem,
he's it's
or
either
the
connect.
or maybe the false installation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so everybody try after this class, everybody try to install it one more, and because we send you 4 files regarding the WebEx. Two is for your meeting room. Two files is for meeting room. One is for Chrome. One is for the Firefox and Chrome, and one for the Internet browser, Internet Explorer. And two others is for the training room, because your finance would be on the training room. It's the same environment as this, but a bit different software. So they need a different installation files. So please install all the 4 files before joining the class.
Yeah, that is really helpful. Thank you, Said. Said is our technical professional, and if you have any question, he would be happy to help you. And his explanation really helps, and he always helps me to take care of the problems that I'm experiencing like today. Thank you so much, Said.
You're welcome. Okay, William, please continue the class.
Okay, thank you, Said. Okay,
Thank you so much.
Peter. Okay, so I think that's the explanation we needed. So please go, try to activate your voice, because that would really help the class to, participate. I really like your participation. I gather that a lot of you are either lecturers or professionals. So definitely sharing your experiences along the concepts that we are going to go through and discuss through the class would add to the benefit that everybody could get from the class. So definitely try to activate your voice. So if not today, please send email to Saeed, or when you call the customer service, the Worldwide Science, try to figure out why you're not able to speak up in the class. First of all, it could be your connection. Secondly, it could be the type of connection you choose, like better you fully activate your connection and basically when you join a meeting.
Nice
If you have, Mr. Ahmadi, now your voice is just activated. So what you did was correct. Probably you can share it with other classmates also. Because for most of us, when we connect, automatically the voice would be activated unless you haven't installed the right programs or your basically connection is not fully complete. So definitely consult with Saeed or the admin and try to figure out, because that really helps when you are in the class. Sometimes I want you to talk and express your opinions, or when I give you an assignment in the class, probably uh, speaking is much easier than writing in the chat box, because everybody can hear you and it will be like a conversation. Because if you write it down, I have to read it out to everyone, and then it's easier if you can, speak sometimes. So that is for that. And then so everyone will come on board. For students who it's their second semester, it's great to have you in business strategy course. And those of you who just joined Worldwide Science, that is going to be a great experience. We are going to learn a lot about different concepts of business. This course we are going to focus on business strategies and methods of business and how we implement them in our everyday business. So let's just have a quick review of our syllabus, like what we are going to expect and what is going on in our coming up course. So first of all, you have my name here and my email. So you're more than welcome to email me anytime you have any questions, when I give you assignments, or when there is any quizzes or anything. That's how we communicate. So you could absolutely go ahead and email me anytime you have questions, or definitely when I give you some assignment. That's how I expect your emails. So I also write it down in the chat box. Okay, everyone. So my email is okay. So that's my email, and we also have it on the syllabus, which would be also shared, which is also shared on MLS. So that's how you will be able to, get in touch with me. So our reference book that you're going to use for the course is a Strategic Management. It's a hardcover book by Garth Soloner and Andrea Shepard. So this is a very good book regarding strategic management. And sure, yes, absolutely. It will be shared via email and also MLS, the Learning Center online. You can absolutely go to your course and, definitely you can access that syllabus. Then how we're going to assess our course is like four major parts. First of all, it's your group discussions. Like how when I give you an assignment in a class, I ask everyone to participate. I expect you to either write it down in the chat box, your answers, or talk and explain your analysis. Sometimes I expect you to email me, like I give you an assignment in the class and I give you a couple days or next day, and you will send me that assignment via email. So that's your group discussion and attendance. So that is one part. The second part is being in a class. I understand that you're professionals and sometimes you will not be able to attend the class. That's why we're recording all the classes, and that's why you'll be able to go ahead and have access to what happened in the class. Those sessions we could not make it, but those are exceptions. We are here to use these resources that are here given. So definitely I expect you to attend majority of the classes. So attending the class has some portion of your assessment. So please make sure that you attend as many classes as you can, because that's really helpful, because if you miss a class, definitely you'll be able to catch up via Facebook, because we also upload all these classes that we record on Facebook as well. But definitely attending the class is a must. And regarding the reference, this reference, this syllabus will be given to you on MLS, and also on the hard, on the an email, and also when we record the classes every session, they are going to be uploaded on our Facebook page. So if you like our page, you will be able to access all these classes that are recorded, and they are uploaded like right after the class. So definitely this is yours. So probably you won't necessarily need to write it down, but I'll write it here just in case. And the writers are Garth, Saloner, and Rio Shepherd. Okay. Yes, that's what happens. And then we have final group project. So basically, I'll expect everyone, like each, depending on how many students we have in this class. I don't exactly know final number of students in this business strategy course. So I'll try to find it out with the help of Saeed, and speak louder. Okay, absolutely. I'm pretty loud, and the only thing that I would suggest is increasing your your voice on your personal computer, because I think I have increased it in the max level. Sure, absolutely. But I try to speak up as well. So yes, yeah. So end of the day, when I realize how many students are in the class final, then we will divide you into groups of 4 or 5. So you will be working on a project that I'll give you the details in like next few sessions, and then you'll come and present that at the end of the course. So after classes, after these 10 sessions, which is for the course, you'll be able to come and present your case via a group presentation, or you could choose someone as your presenter. But everyone in the group has to work on the project, and everyone should participate. So basically, we don't have any free writers. So if you have like 4 and 1 in the group is not participating and not helping, the other members of the group could write an email and let me know, and that person in the group who is not actively participating will not get any score on that presentation. So that's 25% of your score. So definitely you need to work on that, and it's really important. And it's basically a case that I give you, and it's really helpful to implement all these concepts that we learn in our class. So it's really helpful regarding your understanding of business strategy, because we talk about a lot of concepts. It's really helpful to have a case that you can really, see how we can apply it in real business case scenario. So definitely, I would definitely focus on that, because it's really helpful. And then finally, it's like an individual case presentation. So I'll give you an individual assignment as well. So each of you have 2 assignments. One is a group assignment, and the other one is an individual assignment. So each of them have 25% of your final assessment. So altogether, it's going to be 100%. So if you miss the individual or the group project, you'll have already lost 50%, and 50% is pretty much like failing the course. We don't want to discourage you and say like this is a fail or pass. All of you are business professionals. We have a lot of lectures. We have a lot of professionals here, so failing the course is not an option in this course. We are all professionals, and we are here to master all these concepts. We are just to benefit it and use it. Uh, Definitely. We are just giving you how it's gonna be, and I'm sure we won't have any bad experiences. I'm sure everybody will be on top of all these, and it's not going to be an issue. So at the end of the course, you will be able to understand the core concepts of strategy and strategic thinking. So basically, business strategy and its concepts, they are like they have some major foundations, and we discuss those. We'll dig deep into those, and then we will learn how to think strategically about an industry and how and also its competitive environment. So we are all in a competitive environment. No matter where we work, what type of business, what sector we are dealing with, we absolutely need some methods, some strategic thinking to be able to think out of the box, be able to master and excel others. So then, definitely something you really will benefit is learning how to prepare a competitive analysis for an organization. So let's say you work in the United Nations, let's say you work in university, you're a lecturer, whatever you want to do. Let's say you're preparing a course, or let's say you're in procurement of some part of UN, or like agricultural sector, any part. Whenever you want to make a presentation, you need to be able to do a competitive analysis presentation to the organization to have them sold on the idea that you're presenting. So that's really helpful, and definitely useful. I'm receiving some message from Mr. Nuzai. Okay, let's see. Yes, all these materials would be shared on online on our page, on Facebook page, and you on your MLS, so you don't have to worry about it. And I have the admin email it to you also, so that it's easier. So definitely it's not a problem. Okay. So moving on, we're gonna discuss the core competencies of the company and key success factors in industry, and then identify company's strategy options for expansion. So all these different strategic planning, the strategic methods that could be useful. Then the course outline, as I mentioned, we discussed the concepts, the core concepts of business strategy. Basically, strategic. What do we mean by a strategy? What do we mean by business model? The strategic visions, missions, strategic financial objectives, strategic plans, strategic intent, crafting a strategy, and executing a strategy. These all might be kind of new to you, or maybe not. Maybe you're already using them, or you're familiar with these terms. What we basically do in the course is basically try to analyze them, learn them inside out to be able to understand them, because we use a strategy every day. We talk about it. We basically read about it. But do we really understand what is a strategy? Do we really have a strategy in our everyday business? Do we really utilize different strategies, and are we really renewing our strategies? So these are all concepts that we probably have heard millions of times, but we haven't paused for a second and really dig deep into into that and try to understand what exactly you mean by that. So that's what we're going to do in this course. And what is really helpful, and I really need your help on that, we have some lecturers in the class, we have some real professionals in the class, is when you participate, if you add, your experience and how you have been exposed to all these concepts during the class. So when I talk about a concept in the class, when I talk about a theory, when I give you an example, I really expect you as this professionals to give me examples like your own examples. I really appreciate those examples that are real life experiences, career experiences, and they are much more helpful. Mr. Nurzai, I can hear you. Would you like to tell us something? Okay, so no problem. Yeah, all these we are going to discuss in details. I'm receiving a message that can you discuss them in details? Absolutely, we are going to discuss them in details. So Mr. Nurzai also activated his microphone. If you could, like those of you who are still struggling doing that, you can absolutely ask Mr. Nurzai how he did it, because now his microphone is activated. I can see his microphone button and he's able to talk now. So definitely ask him, those of you who are not there yet. Okay, so then analyzing a company's external environment. So basically regarding a strategy, we always try to look at a company or an organization from two perspectives, either internal or externally. So basically, external environment is something beyond your company. So what is happening in the environment, the industry, and competitive environment. Then we have competitive forces like five forces, change drivers, and then market position, and identifying and protecting competitors' moves. So all these are different concepts of external environment that we're going to discuss. And then we're going to analyze the resources and competitive position of the company as an internal overview as well. So identifying company's resources, strength, and competitive capabilities, then weaknesses, efficiency, value chain, and all that. So okay, Dr. Khater, I'm receiving a message from you that you are not viewing the slides. Well, I'm not showing you the slides. I'm showing you the syllabus. So you shouldn't be viewing the slides. You're still discussing the syllabus of the course. So don't worry about the slides. Oh, you can't see the outline? Okay, you can't. I'm not sure why, but it's on the page. If you there are tabs on the left-hand side of the page of the class. So if you click on the syllabus for the business strategy, on that tab, if you click on it, you should be able to view it. Maybe you're on the wrong tab. On the left-hand side, on the very top of the page, you see different tabs, which is quick start and all that. So click on, yeah, beautiful. So, okay. So where were we? Okay, then resources, as I was talking about, yeah, internally. So externally and internally, that's a very good idea to understand whenever we are trying to analyze or understand or analyze part of your business. It's really helpful to be able to separate your external and internal, side of the company. When something is external, you have to use those external analysis methods, not internal ones. You have to be able to realize what is external, what is internal, and what's the difference, and how you'll be able to, use them along the way. So that's really helpful because a lot of times they have this, misunderstanding of what is internal and what is external. And, when we analyze, we probably assign an internal resource to an external, problem. I mean, definitely we are going to use our internal sources anyway because that's how we are gonna, run our businesses. But what I mean is to understand what an external issue is and to realize where it's coming from, then it will be much easier, to apply it along the way. So definitely to resolve the issue, we are going to use all your resources that you can, above and beyond. But what you need to realize, like how and when, and don't and just this is in parentheses. Don't panic or don't get overwhelmed with the concepts I'm just bringing up. These are just some introductory elements of the class that I'm just going to overview, like what we're going to discuss in the class. So all of these will go in detail, like PowerPoint or video clips or quizzes or assignments that I'll give you in the class. So don't worry about it. If these are new to you, don't worry about it. And if they're not, then don't worry about it at all. But we're going to discuss them in details for you. So anyway, whether these are new for you or if they're not, we're gonna, try to exercise them and master them during the class. So what we're doing today is just an overview of our course, how we're going to benefit from it. So don't worry about it at all. And then, value chain. This is probably something new to some of you, but some of you might be using it. This is really important, basically, in every organization, in every business. We believe that we are there to add value. So basically, that is a concept we are going to implement, and that is a concept that we're going to create in our minds, that no matter what we do, we are in adding value business. If you're not adding your value, so what are you doing? I mean, your products, your services, your consultations, whatever it is, it's some value to your customers, to your clientele. So basically, you're adding value. Yeah. So the value chain analysis helps us to figure out whether you are on the right, track, whether you're doing it correctly, and how you could make it better. So understanding the value chain basically gives you the different procedures and steps of your final value, final product, final service. So learning about it is really helpful, in either business or manufacturing, businesses, even in like education. Those of you who are lecturers, it definitely would be, it will be useful to know about value chain. And then the competitive strength. End of this semester, all of you will realize that it's all about competitiveness. It's all about a company's competitive strength. So end of the day, we want every single organization to have some competitive strength. And those strengths, they have to be utilized, they have to be maintained, they have to be, advanced and, updated all the time. So realizing what is your strength and learning how to better it is really helpful for your career or whatever you do. And then finally, we are going to craft a strategy in developing a competitive advantage. So basically, in today's business, gone are those days that like one single sector or one single producer or one single company was offering the product or service and everybody would buy it or everybody would be just take it. But now there's several companies, just Just take computers, for example. Take, cars. Take whatever you want, and you'll see plenty of companies producing that. Plenty of companies offering those services, financial services, consulting, banking, just name it. There are several names out there that they are doing the same thing. What makes the difference? What makes you as a customer choose like company A rather than company B? It's only their competitive advantage. It's only something that they have that the others don't. It's only something they offer which is that extra. I mean, the basic, the functional level is assumed. It's just it's a basic requirement. So if you're just giving them functional products, you are definitely not there, and you're not going to make it. What people expect, your clients, your customers, your audience, definitely they want that extra thing that you're offering that others are not, because they take for granted those basic foundational offers and products that you're giving them. What you have added to that is what makes the difference, and that's what keeps your clients before you. So basically, that's what we're going to discuss in this course. We are going to discuss what adds that extra inch to your product. So then we talk about all these different, jargons about strategic alliances, partnerships, mergers, franchise. All these we are going to, learn about them. These are all these different strategies. Outsourcing, it's like a very common strategy nowadays. Everything is made in China or somewhere. Like people are outsourcing their production, and a lot of these different sources. Sometimes even services are outsourced. A lot of companies are outsourcing. Like there's a lot of telephone companies in U.S. that they basically outsource their customer service to India. So basically you are in California calling your telephone or like HP company, and somebody in India will answer your phone and try to help you fix the problem. And it's, let's say, 2 a.m. here, but it's like, next day, sometime in the afternoon. So, like timing, they try to, because companies to be available 24/7, they really need to use these time zone differences. That's how they utilize it. So there are several ways of outsourcing out there. There are several ways of methods and strategies you use to get that extra advantage that you're going to look for. So that's just a general concept. I don't think it's a good idea to go to the slides today, because we were just trying to get you set up, introduce ourselves, and talk about what we're going to do, and then start the the class next session. So I always like to just spend some time with students, get to know them, get to know what they do, and the first session I spend time on familiarizing ourselves with the course. If you have any questions, now I just leave it open for you guys to ask any questions if you have. Are there any questions, anything you want me to clarify regarding the course syllabus? Some part you didn't understand, or some part you need some extra explanation. I see Mr. Mohammed Aziz hand raised. Please go ahead and talk to us. Okay, thank you, Dr. Khater. Is there anything you want to tell us, Mr. Aziz? Okay, very good. Yeah, any questions about course assessment? Any questions about how we're going to run the classes? Any questions about anything that you want to know about? Just please let me know. You can. Some of you, I see that you have already activated your microphones, so that's really good. Those of you who are not able yet, please go ahead and consult those friends of yours that managed to do that, or Saeed is absolutely an expert, and he can help you. So question number one, how the group will work on the project. Okay, this is a very good question. I was waiting for it to come up. I give you some explanation now, and also later on I give you the details of the assignment. We'll talk about it as well. So basically, uh, what happens is in the group assignment, uh, 4 or 5 people will be assigned to a group, and then the basically the topic of the assignment will be the same for everyone in the class. So all the students will get the same topic for the class. But what happens is it's your different analysis and different methods of answering that project which makes a difference. So how you're going to work, you're going to work together via email. Basically our class is online, so it's really not being able to see each other is not an excuse. You don't have to, people will work from different continents. I'm here in California and you're on the other side of the world and you're in the same class. It's like a virtual class. So we don't necessarily need to physically be somewhere to be able to work together. You can absolutely use Skype or Facebook or Uhu or do whatever different Google Talk or all these different free online seminars you could have together. You could absolutely discuss them. You could do webcams and see each other, or you can just do voice or via email. You just what I definitely suggest is dividing the work. Like when the assignment is given to you, just divide it into like 4 or 5 regarding the number of people in your group, and everyone has to do his or her own part. And then end of the day, like set up some deadlines, and at the end try to liaise together and try to consolidate and then make it cohesive. Because when 5 people do it separately, if you just put it together, the cohesiveness of the assignment will be lacking. So what I suggest is first do your part, then spend time together and see how you can consolidate it together and come up with something cohesive and unified, and the stream and flow of ideas should be there. Don't jump from something to something else. I really expect you to give me something professional at the end of the day. Those projects, I really look at them as your final takeaway, because honestly, end of the day, all these concepts you'll be able to go look them up online or on these different websites or Wikipedia or somewhere. This is not about the concepts. This is about how to learn. It's like your learning experience. End of the day, we want you to be able to get benefit from this course, and you be able to utilize these methods. We don't want you to just memorize some concepts. You could just Google them. That's not the idea. I believe all of you as professionals here, I was just asking your expectations. You are all on top of it, and you want something useful. You want to use it next day in your career. You don't want to just know something just because of like knowing is something nice. You don't want to do that. You want something that you can use it in your career. So basically, if I were you, I would look at these individual and group projects as my final goal, because that shows how you are able to understand these concepts that we are going to discuss in the class and how to use them. So I really look forward to a great experience and great presentations from your group, and I expect real case scenarios. I expect your personal examples. I don't really care much about just general informational examples. So that is really helpful. So I have a message here. Okay, no problem. Okay, no worries. So basically, our class is about to end because I have another class right after. It's service quality management. So basically, that's about it. Are there any questions, any concerns or questions that you have before we end this session? Okay. Seems like there's no questions. Yeah, the chapters and all will be given to you. Don't worry about it. The participating in a class is you will be here like right now that you are, Mr. Sunny. Like I want, yeah, soft copies will be given to you. Yeah, just attending the class. Like every Sunday that you come in and log in, that is a participation. All these names that appear, those of you who don't, that's like non-participation. So please make sure that you come to the class. Okay, so I think we are good now. I wish you all luck, and I welcome you to those of you who are it's your first semester. Welcome on board. Welcome to Worldwide Science. We definitely want some practical business courses and concepts that you can absolutely use. Uh, uh, yeah, before the class, if you want to prepare, I would suggest I can tell you each session and what next session we're going to talk about, and you could absolutely get ready for that. Write down some questions that you have, or go and see what you have in your company in that certain area, and write it down. And when we discuss those concepts in the class, try to ask and try to learn how to how to use them. So I was wondering if you yeah, regarding talking in the class, yeah, you can absolutely talk in the class. Like 4 or 5 people can absolutely talk together. It's like no problem. But the only thing and issue you probably have is activating your phone or your voice, because some of you have not done that yet. So other than that, there is no issue. Whenever there is a discussion, you just raise your hand and or write down that you want to talk, and I activate your voice. Yeah, I saw Mr. Wahedi's voice also activated, so it looks like you're getting it, and you're getting it situated. So that's great. And yeah, just make sure that you do that, and there's no problem. And then the next thing I want to tell you is just try to focus on. I'm getting a message. Okay. Okay. So Okay, let me make Said host for a second. Okay, so oh, I can't hear Mr. Mohedi. No, unfortunately I can't. I think he is not. His voice is just activated, but he's not speaking. Probably. Okay. So after Said finish this technical thing, we probably can end the class and go to the next class because we're supposed to start already. So, uh, okay. So,
Okay, Mr. Puyan, sorry to interrupt you. So, is there anybody who wants to talk? Please raise the hand. You can raise your hand. Those who doesn't have microphone, okay, because I want to try something here. Is there anyone who wants to talk or introduce himself? Those who didn't talk? Okay. Mr. Mohammed, as is actually you have the microphone, okay, so whenever you uh, unmute yourself, you can talk. I'm talking to those who, for example, Mr. Satifi. I think he didn't talk, am I right?
yeah, he didn't talk. Yeah.
Okay. I try to give the microphone to him. When you right click on Mr. Satifi, there is a pass mic, okay? So when you click on pass mic, because in each session only 5 to 6 of the students can talk together. So you have to take the microphone from one of them who has and pass it to another. For example, I get the microphone from Mr. Bahidi and give it to Mr. Sadiq. Now Mr. Sadiq can unmute himself and talk.
Okay, that is great. Beautiful. So we
Yeah.
basically are right there. That is awesome.
Yes,
Beautiful.
that's right.
That takes care of our all the problems. Thank you, Said.
Okay, you're welcome. So I give you back the house.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. So that takes care of the voice issue. So basically, that's not a problem anymore. So the only thing I want to tell you is about the last question I got. It's about your group work. I'll give you more details about your group work. Don't worry about it. I just wanted to give you the syllabus and some general idea. Next sessions, like next 2, 3 sessions, but after we discuss a bit about our course, I'll give you your project. So don't worry about it yet, but just wanted to give you some heads up how it's going to be and how we're going to, do that. So that will be all. Glad to have you all in the class. Thank you so much, and I'll see you next week. So you take care. Thank you.